Imagine a powerful empire that ruled across 3 continents, influencing cultures, religions, and politics for over 6 centuries. This was the Ottoman Empire, a vast realm that began as a small Turkish tribe and grew to dominate regions from Europe to North Africa. So, how did it all begin? How did a small band of warriors grow to control a significant part of the world? Today, let's explore the rise and fall of the Ottoman Empire, their incredible journey of conquests, struggles, and their lasting legacy that echoes in modern history. The Ottoman Empire's story is one of resilience, ambition, and cultural achievement. Founded in 1299, the empire emerged at a time of turmoil and opportunity. The Byzantine Empire, which had been powerful for centuries, was in decline, creating a power vacuum in the region. The Ottomans, a Turkish tribe under the leadership of Osman I, seized this opportunity. Osman's people were skilled warriors, uniting other Turkish tribes under his rule and expanding their influence in Anatolia, modern-day Turkey. The name Ottoman comes from Osman himself, whose descendants would continue his vision and transform the Ottomans from a minor tribe to a global empire. They built a powerful state, expanding from their initial territories in Anatolia into the Balkans, then beyond. From humble beginnings, the Ottomans would go on to create one of history's longest-lasting empires, spanning over 600 years. Foundation and early expansion. Osman I is known as the father of the Ottoman Empire. Born into a small Turkish community, he was a determined and charismatic leader. Around 1299, he declared independence from the Seljuk Turks, starting a campaign to capture nearby Byzantine territories. Osman and his followers were driven by both ambition and faith, inspired to spread Islam in new lands. When Osman passed away, his son Orhan took over, expanding the empire further. In 1326, Orhan captured the city of Bursa, a major victory that marked a new beginning for the Ottomans. Bursa became their capital and a stronghold for further expansion. This city symbolized the Ottomans' growing power and showcased their capability to lead. With their new capital in place, Orhan and his successors set their sights on Europe. This marked the beginning of Ottoman expansion across the Bosporus Strait and into the Balkans. The Ottomans capitalized on the political instability in Europe, taking cities that had been weakened by conflict or by Byzantine neglect. They developed a well-organized army, which included an elite group of soldiers called the Janissaries, young Christian boys taken in and trained as loyal Ottoman warriors. The Janissaries were a unique institution that gave the Ottoman Empire a distinct military advantage. Conquest of Constantinople and the Golden Age. Perhaps the most significant moment in Ottoman history came in 1453, under the rule of Sultan Mehmed II, later known as Mehmed the Conqueror. At just 21, Mehmed set out to capture Constantinople, the capital of the Byzantine Empire, and a city of immense strategic and symbolic importance. For over 1,000 years, Constantinople had withstood numerous sieges and invasions, earning a reputation as an unconquerable fortress. But Mehmed had a new plan. Using enormous cannons and innovative tactics, he was determined to breach the city's formidable walls. After a 53-day siege, the Ottomans successfully entered Constantinople. The fall of Constantinople marked the end of the Byzantine Empire and the beginning of a new era for the Ottomans. Mehmed renamed the city Istanbul, transforming it into the capital of the Ottoman Empire and a center of culture, trade, and religion. Istanbul became a symbol of Ottoman power, bridging the East and the West. Following the conquest of Constantinople, the Ottoman Empire entered its golden age, reaching new heights of wealth, culture, and influence. This era was marked by the rule of Sultan Süleyman the Magnificent, who reigned from 1520 to 1566. Süleyman's leadership brought about an era of prosperity. Under his rule, the empire expanded further, reaching as far as Hungary in the west and Mesopotamia in the east. Süleyman was not only a conqueror, but also a lawgiver, reforming the empire's legal and administrative systems. His vision helped shape Ottoman culture, with grand architectural projects, art, poetry, and advancements in science and medicine. The empire's cultural and legal influence extended across all its territories, creating a lasting impact that would endure for generations. Territorial expansion and major conquests. By the mid-16th century, the Ottoman Empire was at its peak, controlling vast lands across 3 continents. In Europe, they extended their influence through Hungary, Romania, Greece, and the Balkans. In the Middle East, they ruled over Iraq, Syria, and Egypt, while in North Africa, they controlled Libya, Algeria, and Tunisia. The Ottomans were also a dominant naval power in the Mediterranean, effectively controlling trade routes and securing influence over North African coasts. The Ottomans expanded their territories through both military force and alliances, bringing various cultures, languages, and religions under their rule. They developed a system known as the millet system, allowing different religious communities to govern themselves according to their own traditions. This system helped maintain peace and allowed the empire to rule a diverse population effectively. The Ottomans also built an impressive trade network, facilitating the exchange of goods, ideas, and cultures between the East and West. Istanbul became a thriving hub of commerce and culture, a place where merchants, scholars, and artists from across the world came to trade and collaborate. Decline and loss of territories. The 17th century marked the beginning of the Ottoman Empire's slow decline. Maintaining such a vast and diverse empire became increasingly difficult, especially with rising internal conflicts and external pressures. The Ottoman military, once unmatched, began to struggle against European powers. The empire faced multiple wars with the Habsburgs, Austria, and Russia, which drained their resources and weakened their forces. By the 18th century, European powers began overtaking Ottoman lands. Russia, in particular, took control of Crimea and parts of the Caucasus, while Austria captured territories in Eastern Europe. Nationalist movements also emerged in the Balkans, as countries like Greece, Serbia, and Bulgaria fought for independence. These movements were often supported by European powers, further diminishing Ottoman control. The empire's economic power also waned as European trade routes bypassed the Middle East and new sea routes were discovered. The empire became increasingly dependent on European economies and faced financial struggles that led to mounting debt. The final years and collapse. In the 19th century, the Ottoman Empire was known as the sick man of Europe due to its weakening influence and internal strife. Despite attempts to reform and modernize, the empire could not keep up with the technological and military advancements of Europe. The empire faced further instability, with local uprisings and territorial losses that left it struggling to maintain control over its lands. The final blow came during World War I. The Ottomans allied with Germany and Austria-Hungary, hoping to regain lost territories and restore their former power. However, the Central Powers lost the war, leading to the disintegration of the Ottoman Empire. In 1920, the Treaty of Sèvres was signed, formally dismantling the empire and dividing its territories among European powers. The Ottoman Empire officially ended in 1923 when Mustafa Kemal Ataturk established the Republic of Turkey, bringing an end to 6 centuries of Ottoman rule, legacy, and influence. Even though the Ottoman Empire no longer exists, its legacy lives on. Its influence is visible across Turkey and the Balkans, with Ottoman architecture, language, and culture leaving a lasting mark. Cities like Istanbul remain symbols of Ottoman grandeur, with historic mosques, palaces, and bazaars reflecting the empire's golden age. The empire's administrative and legal systems influenced modern governance in the Middle East, and its cultural achievements in art, architecture, and science continue to be celebrated. The Ottoman Empire's story is a fascinating chapter in world history, reminding us of how powerful, ambitious empires rise, transform, and eventually leave behind a legacy that shapes the world. Final reflections. From humble beginnings as a small Turkish tribe to becoming a powerful empire that ruled 3 continents, the Ottomans achieved incredible feats that influenced the course of history. Their rise and fall offer insights into the nature of power, culture, and resilience. Today, their legacy remains in the culture, architecture, and histories of the lands they once ruled, serving as a reminder of their incredible journey and lasting impact.